Let's be honest, academic writing can feel like a total battle. But what if I told you there's a clear strategy to win every single time? This isn't about just getting through your next paper. It's about learning how to absolutely conquer it. So let's get into it. Oh, yeah, we've all been there. You're just staring at that blank page, the little cursor is blinking. Kind of feels like it's mocking you, right? That feeling of being totally stuck is universal. But here's the thing, that's not the end of your story. Actually, it's the perfect place to begin. Exactly. We're going to reframe this whole thing. Forget the dread. From now on, you're the hero on a quest. And your mission? To turn a bunch of scattered ideas into a really powerful, convincing essay. That blank page isn't an enemy, it's your call to adventure. So every hero's journey kicks off with that call to adventure. For you, the writer, that call is really a shift in how you think about writing. See, academic writing isn't about just yelling facts into the void. It's about finding your place and stepping into a conversation that's already happening. This right here, this is a game changer. You've got to stop thinking about writing for a grade and start thinking about writing for a reader. Your whole goal is to add something useful to the discussion, to help your readers see the topic in a brand new way. And to pull that off, you need a seriously informed argument. Okay, so every hero needs a weapon, right? Some kind of magic sword to cut through all the noise. Well, in this journey, your sword is your core idea. It's that sharp, central argument you're going to use to make your point and defend your position. So, how do you even forge this sword? Well, you start by separating what you know from what you think. Knowing is just summarizing the facts. It's what everybody already agrees on. But thinking, that's your special contribution. It's the unique point you're adding to the conversation. This is how you go from just being a reporter to being a real thinker. And your argument, it gets sharpened down into what we call the thesis statement. And listen, this is not just a topic sentence. This is the very sharp point of your sword. It has to be arguable. It has to be something that makes your reader go, whoa, okay, that's a bold claim. Now prove it. All right, you've got your weapon. You can't just go charging in, swinging it around. Nope, you need a strategy, a map. And for a writer, that map is your outline. It's where you plan your whole attack to make sure every single move is smart and effective. You have a sharp, arguable thesis. Awesome. But how are you going to prove it? What evidence are you going to use? And what order will you present it in? This is that crucial moment where you shift from the what to the how. And here it is, your map to victory. A good outline just creates a super clear structure for your ideas. You start big with your main idea, then you break that down into key supporting points, then you drill down even further into specific details, and finally, you back up every single one of those details with real evidence. See, it just flows from the big picture right down to the nitty-gritty. And now it's time for the main event, the battle itself. This is where you actually build the body of your essay, using that battle plan to construct an argument that isn't just strong, but completely unbeatable. This is the number one rule of the fight. A bold thesis statement is totally useless if you don't have solid evidence to back it up. So your job in the body of the essay is to provide that support, piece by piece. So how much support do you need? Well, there's a classic, time-tested strategy that works wonders, building your case on 3 strong supporting paragraphs. It's not some rigid rule you have to follow, but it's a powerful structure for a reason. Each paragraph acts like its own pillar, holding up your main argument from a slightly different angle. You should think of each paragraph as its own mini argument. For it to work, it has to be supportive. It's got to directly back up your main thesis. It has to be strong, with enough evidence to make its own point. And it's got to be considerate, meaning it flows smoothly from the paragraph before it and sets up the one that comes next. The battle is won. You've built this incredible argument. But the hero's journey isn't quite over. Now it's time to claim your prize and polish it until it absolutely shines. Yep, we're talking about proofreading and editing. And look, this stage isn't just about catching a few typos. It's about slaying the final dragons. These are those little, sneaky errors in grammar and style that can totally sabotage all your hard work. They can confuse your reader right when you're about to win them over. But here's a little secret to make this final battle way less scary. Just look at this. Comma errors, just commas, make up almost half of all mistakes. If you just learn how to hunt for these top 2 or 3 types of dragons, you've already made your writing so much clearer. It's totally manageable. So, when you take a step back and look at the whole thing, the thesis, the outline, the paragraphs, you start to see that this isn't just a bunch of random rules you have to follow. It's a toolkit. It's a whole system designed to help you think more clearly, organize your ideas, and then communicate them in a way that's genuinely convincing. And with that, your hero's journey is complete. You have the map, you have the weapon, and you have the strategy. You know how to win. So the only question left is, what argument are you going to build next? Your next adventure is waiting.